This is outrageous, which is why I introduced a resolution to fix this problem. And I'm now going to seek a vote in the United States Senate on that resolution. We've got to prevail on this for the good of the people of the District of Columbia and for the good of our democracy. Congress should not be dictating what happens in the District of Columbia with their own money.
Democrats did not write this bill, but if we did, we would have protected our public schools. Democrats did not write this bill, but if we did, we would have put our veterans first. And you can bet we would not have prevented the District of Columbia from spending its own taxpayer dollars and be forced to lay off police and teachers. Democrats did not have any say on this bill, but if we did, we would have protected our public lands and your health care and life-saving cancer research.
And across the board, this is a mean-spirited cut by not even all the Republicans. It was the far-right MAGA House Republicans in concert with the author of Project 2025, Russ Vought, whose pure goal, terrorize the federal workforce. He's done a pretty damn good job on that. We got to stand up and fight. Fight, fight, fight.
Today I sent a letter to Kash Patel, director of the FBI, to ask him to investigate Act Blue. Act Blue is a fundraising platform that literally gives billions of dollars to progressive causes and to the Democratic Party. Now here's the deal. It's been investigated. There's a lawsuit right now, a civil lawsuit in Wisconsin, where a guy had his credit card basically charged over and over again.
Let the policymakers from sanctuary jurisdictions hear us loud and clear. If you incentivize illegal immigration in your city, knowing full well the migrants will come, don't come to the federal government for a bailout. Let me make something also abundantly clear. This legislation will prohibit federal funding from going towards fueling the root causes of the migrant crisis.
And one of those programs that we have at the federal level that I still believe in, I think we need to continue to utilize it and modernize it, is the home program. I have a bill, which is the home bill, which is S-948. And what it does is the home program that was, I want to say it was created in 1994, has not been reauthorized, reformed, or anything since 1994. So what I've done is taken it, updated it to make sure it works better for our families and our communities, and introduced it yesterday.
They spied on my campaign, launched one hoax and disinformation operation after another, broke the law on a colossal scale, persecuted my family, staff, and supporters, raided my home, Mar-a-Lago, and did everything within their power to prevent me from becoming the President of the United States. With the help of radicals like Mark Elias, Mark Pomerantz, and these are people that nobody's ever seen anything like it. So many others, but these are people that are bad people, really bad people. They tried to turn America into a corrupt, communist, and third world country. But in the end, the thugs failed and the truth won. Freedom won, justice won, democracy won, and above all, the American people won.
President Trump is committing despicable acts in the name of the people of the United States. And he has betrayed what he said on the campaign trail, which is he would go after criminals. And he's offered what he's called a gold card. Anybody that can pay $5 million can come into the United States of America. He went and bullied Romania into allowing two brothers who were charged with rape and sex trafficking, allow them back into the United States of America. And yet he won't let a 10-year-old girl with brain cancer, a United States citizen, get treatment. He won't let her parents stay here so that she can get the treatment that she needs. It is despicable. He continues to take us down a darker, uglier path in this country.
Alejandro Mayorkas is guilty of aiding and abetting the complete invasion of our country by criminals, gang members, terrorists. Secretary Mayorkas must be impeached for his failure to uphold his oath of office and for willfully breaking federal immigration laws.
Alejandro Mayorkas has been officially impeached by the House of Representatives. Wow.
There are veterans in this country who want to know that after serving this country, sacrificing, putting their lives on the line, that their country will be there for them in the way that they were there for America. There are mothers and fathers who are struggling to make ends meet. They are working hard. They're playing by the rules. But they're not sure whether they can put food on the table day to day, week to week, month to month. And the Republicans in this bill, just like they're cutting veterans' benefits, are cutting nutritional assistance to children and families. That's what we have a problem with.
And the Republicans passed a budget resolution that would cut Medicaid by up to $880 billion, which would decimate the program, and communities like mine would be the hardest hit. And not only Medicaid, but as you know, cut education by $330 million, cut food assistance by up to $230 billion, all to fund more than $1 trillion in tax cuts for the top 1%.
Humanity, however, dictates that we don't make those decisions on the backs of those most vulnerable, and that's what this plan does. So let me just speak to my colleague's district, Mr. Edwards first. 82,000 people who receive ACA coverage receive their premium increased by $730 per year. 107,000 people on Medicaid are at risk of losing their coverage, including 60,000 children and 9,000 seniors.
But his budget proposal cuts taxes by trillions of dollars for the wealthiest people in this country, adds to the debt also by trillions of dollars, at the same time slashing crucial programs for the working class like Medicaid. Does that sound like change to you? That's supply-side economics. That's what Republicans have been proposing since Ronald Reagan, and it has led to a disastrous economic result for the working people of this country.
I led the Dad's Caucus in demanding Republicans put families first instead of billionaires. I voted no on their partisan spending bill because it's bad for veterans, families, and our economy. Republicans are slashing investments that would build more housing that's affordable during a time when mortgages are up, rents are up, and everything is so expensive.
And yesterday, Democratic Congressman John Larson was not having it.
Where's Elon Musk? I'm sure he's a genius and is a very credible person because of the wealth he's accumulated. But that does not put him above the law or the responsibility to come before this committee in this Congress. If he's so great, if these plans and all the fraud and abuse that he found are so eminent, why isn't he here explaining it?